Hi everyone, and welcome to today's video. If you are new, hello, my name is Sarah and I post new beauty videos every single week, especially reviews. I've been doing a lot of reviews lately, which I don't mind. I love doing reviews. Today's product is this one right here. It is the Milani Conceal Plus Perfect Longwear Concealer. Now this retails for $8.99, so $9 US. It comes in 18 different shades. I grabbed the shade Pure Beige to try out today. You get 0.17 fluid ounces worth of product. It has a shelf life of 12 months, so if you love it, you have an entire year to use it all up. It comes with a doe foot applicator that's pretty flat on both sides for precise application. I like these types of applicators because you get a large area with just one swipe, so you don't have to keep going back into the tube for more product. Now this is a creamy, full coverage, water resistant formula that is going to conceal for up to 12 hours, which is a pretty long day. So that's definitely a plus. It is perfect for concealing under eye circles, blemishes, discoloration. It is also infused with vitamin E in order to help replenish skin's moisture. So overall, sounds pretty good. As far as how to use it, you're supposed to apply a small amount using the doe foot applicator to the desired area, and then you blend it out for a crease-free finish. I'm going to be blending the concealer out using my damp 3D HD blender. This is what I love to use in order to blend out the under eye area. I'm also going to be testing this concealer out with and without a color corrector underneath it, just to see how it wears, see what kind of coverage we are able to achieve with and without. The one that I'm going to be using for today is my favorite one, which is this Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector in the shade Medium to Deep. Once I blend it out, if I see that it starts to settle in between my fine lines, then I will absolutely set it with a powder. So now I'm going to jump off camera really quickly in order to apply foundation onto the entire face. I'm also going to be color correcting the right under eye area before coming back and concealing. Okay, so now I am back with foundation, color corrector. It is time to conceal. So it does say to apply a small amount. So I'm just going to apply it here, small amount. Okay, so we'll start off with that. It is pretty creamy. Let's go ahead and blend this out. All right, so it blends out really, really nicely, effortlessly, evenly, not having any issues blending it out. And it looks really nice underneath the eyes. It doesn't look heavy. It doesn't look like too much. We didn't use a whole lot of product and we got really, really nice coverage. Although I think I might add just a tiny bit down here to build it up. Want to see whether or not you can build it up because I do feel like I can still see my dark circles peeking through right here along the bottom. So I might add a little bit to that. Now let's blend out this left side. Okay, so both sides blended out really nicely. This side, to me, it just looks a little bit brighter without the color corrector underneath it. I feel like I'm getting the same amount of coverage on both sides. So I'm gonna build it up just a tiny bit here along the bottom. And here on this side as well. See what that does. All right, so it builds up nicely. It doesn't look too heavy. It does build up nicely. And you get a lot of coverage. For the amount of product that I'm using, I'm getting a ton of coverage. Definitely a plus. Okay, so I do see that it is settling into my fine lines. So I'm going to set it, but not much. It's settling very, very, very little. So I don't want to overdo it with the powder. So I'm just going to do a small amount. I'm just going to take some of my RCMA No Color Loose Powder here. I'm grabbing it with my damp 3D HD blender here, but I'm going to shake off any of the excess. I'm also going to pat it here on the back of my hand just to get rid of some of the powder, just so that it leaves me with the smallest amount of powder. And I'm going to be setting it with that. Same on the other side. Okay, so I've set it. Everything looks fine, except I do feel like I am getting a little bit more coverage here on this side than I am on this side. Now I'm going to zoom you all in so that you can get a better look at the under eye area after initial application. Okay, so this is the under eye area up close. Like I said, I feel like I'm getting a little bit more coverage on this side than I am on this side, but not by much. Okay, so I'm going to jump off camera one last time in order to finish off the rest of my makeup, and I will be right back. Okay, so now I am back with a full face of makeup, and so far the concealer still looks good underneath the eyes. It is currently 10:12 in the morning. I do plan on wearing this the entire day, and I am going to be coming back halfway through the day in order to share my thoughts up to that point and also to show you all some close-ups. So I will see you all back here in a few hours for my midday check-in. Okay, so now I am back for my midday check-in. It is currently 1:57. So I've had this concealer on now for almost 4 hours. Now, before I give you my midday thoughts on this concealer, I'm going to zoom you all in so that you can get a better look at the under eye area after almost 4 hours of wear. All right, so this is what the under eye area currently looks like. I still feel like I'm getting better coverage over here than I am over here. Overall, I don't feel like I've lost any coverage. However, it does look a little bit dry, more so on this side than on this side. But yeah, pretty dry on both sides. All right, so that is all that I have going on. It's a little dry, definitely getting a little better coverage with the color corrector underneath, and it does look a little less dry with the color corrector underneath. So we'll see how we end the day. I do plan on wearing this concealer for about another 4 to 5 hours just to give it a nice long day. So I will see you all back here at the end of the night for my final thoughts on this new Milani concealer. Okay, so now I am back for my final check-in. It is currently 7:31. So I've had this concealer on now for a little over 9 hours. Now, before I get into my overall opinion on this new Milani concealer, I'm going to zoom you all in one last time so that you can get a better look at the under eye area after 9 hours of wear. All right, so this is the under eye area after a little over 9 hours. I don't feel like I lost coverage on either side. I do prefer the way, or the coverage, the amount of coverage that I did achieve with the color corrector underneath as opposed to without. Other than that, I feel like the under eye area looks a little dry, especially on this side. I feel like the color corrector is definitely helping this right side not look as dry, but definitely a little dry. But overall not bad. So there you have it. That is the current situation underneath the eye area after about 9 hours. I would say not bad. Aside from it looking a little bit dry, we were able to achieve really nice coverage, and we were able to achieve that with just a little bit of product. So a little bit does go a long way. However, I think that setting it, even though it was such a tiny, tiny amount, I think that setting it perhaps is what is making it look a little bit dry underneath the eyes. So maybe next time I won't set it, and I'll see if that wears better or if it wears a little less dry looking. But overall, I like the amount of coverage. I like the fact that it stayed pretty much the same as far as coverage the entire day. I didn't lose any of that coverage. It didn't settle into any of my fine lines. That definitely has a lot to do with me setting it at the beginning of the day. But yeah, it just looks a little bit dry. That's the only complaint. But other than that, I did enjoy wearing the concealer. More so with a color corrector though. I don't know why. Perhaps it's just me here. Like, I'm not really sure how it's looking on camera, but me here in person, I feel like I am getting just a tiny bit better coverage with the corrector underneath than without. But overall, not a bad concealer straight from the drugstore. So that completes today's review. Thank you all so much for watching. I truly hope that you enjoyed today's video review and that you found it helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on future product reviews, makeup tutorials, anything beauty related. More so product reviews than anything else at the moment because there are so many new launches and it's only January, so it's crazy. And also don't forget to follow me on all of my other social media platforms where I absolutely love to interact with you all, especially on Instagram. So definitely follow me there. As always, take care, and I will see you all in my next video. Mwah! Bye.